So in the interest of getting something done tonight, I decided to mount the tire. Personally, I've never mounted tires before, and it was a complete struggle. I was on it 3 hours. Well, an hour of that was probably watching YouTube videos. And the problem that I was having is these, I have the 2x4s in here, just stretch it apart, but these like collapse in the middle, and there's just no way to get that half in there. I tried it on a bucket, I tried it on those milk crates, my daughter and I were stomping on it, and it was just an absolute bear. Now I've convinced myself that it is doable, and I'll probably tape this next one. I'm reluctant to do it because I don't really know what I'm doing here, but again, there was very little information out there. I searched some YouTube videos, and everybody had a different way of doing it, and I don't know if my way is any better, but anyway, I'm stretching this. I'm gonna leave that for tomorrow. And I also had the strap. One guy was using a strap to go around the circumference of it to squeeze it together. That helped, but didn't do it. But once this stretches a little bit, I'll move these 2x4s to the inside. I'm gonna disassemble that, pop that in there with plenty of soap water, and when that went in, I was able to assemble the other half and push it on my foam block, so 2x4s actually push it through, and was able to put some air in it and get it to seat. So that was pretty exciting. I'll show you tomorrow. Another day, another tire. Let's see if we can get this done. So first thing I'm gonna do is take this apart. Like I mentioned, I ordered the dual caliber setup, so I gotta send these back, make sure they look nice and new. And here we go. Alright, so basically I just took all this apart. That was pretty straightforward. Inside does have these spacers, so you gotta keep that in mind. They go behind the brake disc itself. And then I did notice that these had a little V on it labeled, so I'm actually gonna label the adapter piece itself. So I'll just put a little line on it, and these bolts appear to be threaded into this adapter piece, so I think they can kind of just stay in there. But the idea is just to get this apart, then this rubber gasket has to go in here, and the valve stem has to go in here. Alright, basically all I did was put this in the way it came apart, took it apart, put it back in. I did put a little bit of blue Loctite on that second nut. I tightened them enough, but not too much. I hope that's the right thing. A little soapy water, you can still spin it, and hopefully that works. Okay, no exaggeration. That little stint that took me less than a minute took me 3 hours yesterday. Well, at least to figure out how to get to it. This, to get in there, is really, really hard. So I cut these 2x4s about yay long. Just shy of 7 inches. and I stretched the tire overnight like you saw. I don't know if that helped or not, but ultimately I needed 4 of them inside just to keep the tire from collapsing, because if you don't have it, the tire would keep collapsing and sucking against each other, against itself, and you couldn't, I just couldn't get it in. So that was my way of doing it. Now what I'm going to do, make sure that's smooth, make sure that's smooth. I'm going to line these 2 up and then feed the ring over it and try to kind of roll it down onto it. And obviously the valve stem's going to go with my little marking that I have, which is right there. So it goes on in this position. With that being said, I think you're supposed to put the valve stem where the red dot is. Too late for that now. Hopefully it won't make too much of a difference. Okay, so I just put these blocks on there, so when I push on this, because you can see, here's the rubber seal inside there, the O-ring. I put a little bit of Vaseline on it. Still boggles me how these things remain airtight. I know they don't always do, but for the most part, you do it right, I guess. So now what I want to do is I want to push this down so it seats against the rubber there, and then at the same time inflate it, and hopefully we'll get it to pop on. There we go. All right, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, that's good. I'll put about 20 pounds into it. All right, there we have it. I now have my tire merit badge. Not sure if I want to do this all too often. It's kind of a pain. And I don't know how else you would do it without these 2x4s. So if you're stuck out in the field somewhere, good luck. Call AAA.